Now, picture styles are a bit like having lots of different film stocks at your disposal. They're subjective, and some of them have been set up with specific applications in mind. Now, for filmmaking, I've always maintained that for the most part, half your image is created in camera where you want to get a good digital negative, and half of the image is created in post-production when you're sitting in a controlled environment and you color grade and edit your work together. And that's where you add the extra polish onto your material. But the starting point is the picture style, and I'm going to give you my picture style for the 5D Mark III based on my workflow. Now, I would always encourage that you test these out depending on what it is you film and how you like to work. There's an awful lot of discussion online about the best picture profile. Well, there is no such thing. It's the most appropriate picture profile for the work you're doing and the workflow that you actually use. So let me show you how to access the picture profiles. It's been made very simple on the 5D Mark III with the addition of this button here. This is the picture styles activation menu, and within that you can access all your picture styles very, very quickly. So once you switch the picture styles menu on, the first picture style is auto, which anything auto I tend to stay away from. By scrolling along, the next picture style is standard, and that affects the brightness, the hue, the contrast and the sharpness of the image. What you'll notice is the standard profile really gives something akin to a good JPEG. Very vibrant, very contrasty. Not perfect for video. Portrait tends to favour skin tones and therefore will enhance the reds of an image. Landscape tends to enhance the greens of the image and is designed to work when filming landscapes. Neutral gives a very plain, flat tone and is a nice starting point for filming video, as is faithful. Beyond that, we've got monochrome, and this is actually a really interesting picture style and one that I strongly suggest you consider if you want to shoot black and white, because there's something about the way the monochrome image is acquired in camera which gives a very nice level of contrast and sharpness. Then you have user-defined 1, 2 and 3, and those you can program your own styles into. But going back, the one that I would start with is the neutral picture style. One of the things we've noticed with the 5D Mark III is that the codec and the compression tends to soften the image at source. Therefore, when you get your rushes back on a wide shot, for example, they can look a little bit soft. What we've found is by adding one stop of sharpness in camera and some additional sharpness in post, you can bring this back. So using a combination of the multi-controller and the main dial, you can access different parameters within each picture style. So starting with the neutral picture style, add 1 degree of sharpness, 1 point of sharpness. Then reduce contrast by 2 notches, reduce saturation by 2 notches, and leave color tone set as it is. That's my personal setup, and I find that just gives me a little bit more to play with in post, and I can add a little bit of sharpness in there. That's all I would do to set my picture style. Now, as I said, there will be lots of discussion online. There will be lots of people with strong opinions about how you should set your camera up. All I can implore you to do is try out different settings and decide what's right for you and your workflow, because ultimately that's the only thing that matters, is that you get the results that you expect from your camera in the lighting conditions that you're working within. And don't forget, the settings for a bright sunny day might differ from that of a very overcast day. The art of photography doesn't go out of filmmaking. You just take those skills and enhance them with the moving image.